Look, don't get me wrong. I loved California. Living the dream. Fine dining with friends. Bike rides at the beach. Glorious sunsets. What more could I want? Seems like I was California dreaming my life away. Why would I leave paradise? I mean, ever since I was a kid, all I wanted to do was live at the beach. And I had achieved many dreams. Teaching at university, a music career, publishing my first book, and starting a business of my own, doing what I love. But when the fires hit, I felt it was paradise lost. And there was still one dream I'd yet to experience, having a home of my own. When COVID hit, I was able to work remotely and go anywhere. So I packed up my condo with a lot of help. The wrecking crew loaded up all my stuff on a truck, and I hit the road. Along the way, I met up with wise women and medicine men, and I asked for their wisdom on my epic journey home. The first stop was my godmother Ellie's widow, Krista. I asked her for house wisdom. She told the story.
I said, this is it. We have to buy a house.
She told the story of buying the house she shared with Ellie for nearly 50 years, where she still lives.
I thought I'd been here before. This house had been owned by a woman by the name of Anna Kahn. And she had a sticker on the door here about City of Hope. This is a different door now, but and I was so glad because I'd always liked Anna Kahn. She was the kind of person, if she was walking down the street and you passed her, you just knew that you passed a very good spirit. She made you feel happy, even if she didn't say hello or anything. She was just that kind of person. So I knew I got the right place, all right. It was blessed.
My next stop, the wicked Myers sisters. Their mother, Jeanette, had wisdom for me to carry.
But what you need to carry with you is don't ever judge or criticize someone until you know where they're coming from and what they're thinking. And be kind to people. Even if they're not kind to you, that's no excuse. Just be kind. And if you're in a situation where you could get in trouble by opening your big mouth, keep your big mouth closed. Communication is important. 41 years of marriage convinced me of that. Even yelling communication is better than none at all. And just don't sweat the small stuff. That's about it.
So just now leaving the Meyer home in Eastvale, I'm on my way out of California. Next stop will be Jeff Lefevre in Las Vegas.
This is your new office, Shane. This is your new office. Welcome home.
Artist, rabble-rouser, and spiritual seeker. He gave me a nighttime tour of a Las Vegas that few see, where buildings were covered with street art. I left the Mad Monk in search of the America. I contemplated the America I was seeing as I drove toward the Great Divide.
So this is some post-apocalyptic.
Much of what I saw looked like some post-apocalyptic version of America. Forlorn, forsaken, and forgotten. Where was the America that gave us meaning, dignity, a sense of belonging, stability, and purpose?
proceed to the route.
And wondering if the America that I dream of, or that I don't know, connect with emotionally, is gone. I wonder, sometimes too, I wonder, did it ever really exist? Is it just a fantasy? I mean, this land is amazing, this land. Anyway, this is a journey that I think every American should take, is drive through this country from coast to coast and really see experience what it is for yourself, so that you can make your own meaning of it.
But yet I know in my heart that someone has to pay a sacrifice to make things better for our people. The sacrifice I have made, when I really sit down and think about it, is nothing compared to what our people of 100 years ago, or 50 years ago, or 25 years ago made.
Navajo Nation.
Their lives. Some had to stand there and watch their children die in their arms. So I mean, the sacrifice I made is nothing compared to those.
So I just got off the highway at the Continental Divide, and this is along historic Route 66. We're listening to a young man by the name of Gareth, who is a native artist on this station in Gallup, New Mexico.
It's all about really uplifting one another. This is so beautiful. And so that's what we hope to do for all of you out there today, anyone that's listening, and all of the artists as well. So, all right. So Gareth, wow, we've known each other for a few years now, and every time I see you and your family, I'm just so blessed by all of you and the things that the music that you do. And I want people to know how incredible you are. So tell us, what age were you when you started to really be interested in music and play instruments?
Soon, I was in Santa Fe with my friend Wolf, asking him what he thought of what's going on now.
Moment, where are we? Where am I? Where are we? And this time of COVID. But you know, when this thing all started happening, I recognized right away that we're in initiation. We're in a global rites of passage. But indigenous peoples around the world have been talking about this time for decades, centuries. Time of unity with each other, with Mother Earth, the environment, and definitely for decades, right? Especially within the last decade, there's been a loud cry for the environment, climate change, global warming, so on and so forth. It's a time of unity, oneness, non-duality. I feel a marriage of the patriarchal and matriarchal, the best of both worlds, toward life as it has never been before on Mother Earth. A unity with mind and body, spirit, heart. A unity with all people as one family, one people, one heart, one mind, one voice, one spirit. We're all children of Mother Earth. There's one mother, one great spirit, one father, father, son. Listen to these birds, you know. I feel honored to be alive in this time. Of course, a little curious and at times maybe a little nervous. I feel like there's this thick fog. We can't really see, the next decade or 2 or 3, who knows? But on the other side of it, it feels really clear. in a way of that oneness with all that is. That feels pretty clear.
I carried these words of wisdom to the site of my grandparents' historic home, long gone, the old Bruce homestead in Coweta, Oklahoma, where I spent summers as a child, lost in the wonders of my grandmother's gardens. The land all around has been built on, but incredibly, the actual site of the Bruce farmhouse still remains untouched. The old iron gate into the front yard is shrouded with growth, but still stands beneath the brambles like an invitation into another time. Next, I enjoyed visiting with the descendants of the Andrews side of the family, the Tulsa cousins, Kay, Sean, and their kids, Jake and Ganya. From Oklahoma, it was on to Sarcoxie, Missouri, another dilapidated and decaying small town. Here, I met up with old friends from my wild rock and roll days, Trish and Carol.
Oh, wait, I have to do. There we go.
Nice.
I'm with some wild women. Wild
We're
women.
kidnapping him.
Wild women.
His daughter asked me to be her godfather. God, what an honor. Carrying on a family tradition. Ellie would be proud. I arrived where the Ohio meets the Mississippi, a place the locals call Cairo, Illinois, although it's spelled like the Cairo of Egypt. It was time to write a whole new chapter.
So the truck arrived. There it is.
Great-great-nephew Cameron brought friends to help, while Cameron's dad, Sean, and Jerry's sister, Norma Jean, supervised. Grand Southern chaos ensued as Jerry's family helped unload the truck and see if my furniture would fit. Fortunately, things did find their way, but not without mishaps and swearing on my part and in front of the kids.
As he reads his paper.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to catch up on the local gossip.
Are you taking your leave of us?
We're heading out and we're going to meet them at
Finally, when all my worldly possessions were in the cottage, Jerry's family took their leave, and I was left alone to settle in to my new home.
Day one at the new home.
This 2.5-acre lot surrounded by wooded hills are actually mine. I enjoyed my first meal at the Cobden Cottage. After renting places for the past 40 years, the Cobden Cottage is a dream come true. finally a place to call home.
Peace